I mentioned kind of recently that I wanted to build a game dev studio, and even though X, the console operating system, isn't out yet, I've decided I'm going to get started on that. So at the top of this building, I have another floor, and I've done the thing that I wanted to do by giving it that whole, like, wider floor up here than it had in the middle, which honestly I think looks really cool. I like that a lot. I like that the building's a bit weird. I like that both my buildings are quite weird. It's very, I don't know. I feel like it's very nerd-soft. I think it works really well. Anyway, my idea here is that I want to go ahead and have 2 development studios on either side here. That's what these big rooms are going to be. Then these are going to be lounge spaces, and we have room for bathrooms in here as well. So I want to get this all built. I don't necessarily know that I want to go ahead and hire everybody today, though. I'm not 100% sure. I think we're going to need to keep a little bit of an eye on where the money is. I mean, obviously we have a lot of money, but that's because we've been siphoning money out of the subsidiary, which I'm not entirely sure we should be doing, to be totally honest, but that's just what it is. I'm also thinking I might make this a canteen rather than anything else, because that might not be a terrible idea. So let me try and do this, and then let me get these benches, because I think they look really cool. And we want a middle section, so a middle section of bench there, and then the bench goes there, and then we want the left and like that. And I think that looks kind of cool. It's nothing too fancy, but it's just a nice sort of, you know, something a bit different for the room. Obviously, we're going to need to put another table in here as well, in that spot and that spot, with some of these serving tables on it. And I think we could probably get away with a vending machine. I think we could get ourselves one of these, and I think we'll do it on this side as well. And then throw, let's see. Actually, we might want a couple of tables. Just thinking about it. So there and there, because I wanted to do a mini fridge, and I also want to do the espresso machines in there as well. So I think that's kind of cool. I think that'll kind of work out for the space. Just something really, really simple. In terms of lighting, there and there is what I'm thinking. So we'll do the same here and here. And that'll just brighten the space up a little bit. We've got our bathrooms and all that stuff as well. So I kind of like it. I do kind of like it. And I've also realized that in cloning the style from a previous build, we've got this like nice texture on the outside of the building here. So let me select that floor. Let me go to construction material, exterior, and this one, because I actually kind of like it. I do really like that. So select building floor and construction material, that one. I like it. I think it adds just a little something different to that middle section. Anyway, so like I said, 2 relatively simple canteens. It is going to slow down the work that our cooks do, because they're going to have to travel to this building to, you know, put food in there. But I'm kind of okay with that. I don't really mind that too much. They can hopefully do things relatively quickly, hopefully get there, you know, in a timely manner. But if they don't, they don't, and that's just going to be the way of it. Now, let's take a little bit of a look before we get too carried away here at what exactly game development needs, because I've not looked into this at all. Also, office software. That might be something to get into as well. Because do we have an empty... No, we don't have an empty development space over here anymore. No, we do. Where do you two work? So you're IT, but you're the Zippy team. Why is someone on the Zippy team working there? And then you're IT. So someone on Zippy is working in this room for some reason. This room's also not assigned. Why is that room not assigned? Core service. That should be Zippy right there. So let me just say Zippy team, which has... Hold on a minute. Manage teams. Zippy has 11 people. and they should all be working in that one room. So we do actually have space in the main building to get ourselves another team, which is good, because I'm thinking that it might not be a bad idea to get an office software team. Let's have a little look and see, what that can do. So let's say we wanted like a really advanced office software. We want everything in there. Absolutely everything. We can't do this. We don't have a level 3 2D artist, unfortunately. But all of this right now is approximately 3 years. If we were to use a new framework called Core Office, it's approximately 5 years. Bit of source control, run it on the store, make it $90. It's an original IP, and I guess it's just going to be, I don't know, Nerdrosoft Office, probably. Nerdrosoft Office. We're going to be boring. Actually, does it have a... Yeah, it's just regular old category. That's fine. The 2D editor, we can use, let's see, Paint XL, but it's not compatible with everything. It's only got a 1993 tech level. Most recent tech level is 1996, and we're trying to use 2004. So that's a bit grim. That is a little bit grim. Same with audio, I'm assuming. Tech level 98, yeah. Okay. Well, that's a bit disappointing. Wave Studio 2, 89. Yeah, we can't do this. That is a little disappointing. That is a little disappointing. I'd really like to do it. It feels weird. It feels weird having to make a 2D editor with a really advanced tech level, like a high tech level, and then an audio. It feels there's so many components that need to go into it. It makes sense. It makes sense that the engine that essentially runs this software would need a good tech level to match the 2004 tech level. It's just very strange. Anyway, so that's something we can't do. Let's have a look at games, is what I want to do. So let's say we wanted to make a game. Let's do an RPG, an RTS. Let's do an FPS, for example. Let's do, we have Army Strike Light 7. What was one of our other games? Most recent release. I hear a meeting. Hold on a second. Close all of this. Is there a meeting happening? Because I'm hearing a bunch of blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's the water cooler. Never mind. Okay, that's fair enough. So what games do we have looking at releases here? Most recent, Gun Show was an adventure game. Interesting. I'm slightly tempted to get rid of Gun Show as well. I know I wanted to keep it specifically, but I thought it was an FPS with a name like Gun Show. So I'm going to sell it. It's making a little bit of money still. That's okay. We'll get rid of it. I know I said I wanted to... Oh, I've just realized what we can do. I was going to do Tank Base Ultra 9 as an X exclusive. Tank Base X. It's the 10th game and it has the Roman numeral. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Okay, yeah. Let's make Tank Base Ultra 9. It's an RTS. The predecessor had all of that stuff there. It had multiplayer, apparently. And that's about a year. That's not bad. I would like to throw a bit more in there, though. I'm also thinking a new framework for it. So, Core RTS is what we'll call it. That'll be fine. So Core RTS, the server is the store, the SCM is source control. $80 is fine. I would like to give it... So it's an RTS, customizable character, dialogue trees, branching story, 3D graphics. Slightly tempting. I don't know if we're going to be able to match the tech level for a lot of this stuff, but slightly tempting. We could do shadows. Approximately 3 years. Do we want to make a 2D RTS that's not going to release until 2010? Is that a thing we want to do? I mean, I don't know if we want to do that. We could do shadows. We can't do facial animations, I guess. I'm not really sure why it says we can't do that. We could do adaptive music. That brings it up to 3 years as well. Doesn't really do much for the interest, though. Physics doesn't do much. Open world does. But I think we're going to do Core RTS like this. Approximately 2 years. I'm gonna take the 3D graphics out, and then we'll take a long time probably making Tank Base X is what we'll do. So that's okay. 2D editor for this is going to be Paint XL, which is going to bring our tech level down to 1993 for the graphics. The audio tool is going to be... Do I want to do 1989 for the audio tool? That's a bit rough. We can bring it up to 1998. I mean, what would this do? Is this going to... It's not doing much. The interest is 83%. That's kind of okay. In terms of consumers, we could start developing this for X. I'm not going to. I think I'm going to try and throw it onto all of those operating systems right there. Keeps it about, you know, approximately 2 years. That's not bad. And then in terms of marketing, let's see here. So we want to go a little further into the gameplay, which brings things up a little bit. We want to go a little further this way. We're at 100% expected interest, which is good. So that's better. We have 2.9 million potential consumers for this. Approximately 2 years. That's the Zippy team. And it needs, let's see, 6 designers, 10 programmers, 2 artists. That's actually not terrible. Now, the Zippy team, I'm pretty sure they're doing something or other. So I'm not really sure if I want them doing this. I'm going to minimize that design document, though. I'm going to push that just up to the corner there. So Zippy is, they're working on Zip. So we probably don't want them doing much. The core team is working on X with the Zippy team. I'm thinking I might take the Zippy team off of X so they can focus on Zip. Then the Wave team's working on Wave Studio. So I'm thinking we get a game design team is what we do. So taking a little look, it was 6 designers, 10 programmers, 2 artists. So 18 people. So I think we could fit 18 people into one of these spaces. I think we're going to have to, we're certainly going to have to try. So let's take a little bit of a look and see what we can do. It's a lot of people. It is a lot of people. Let's start up here and figure out what we can do. Now, we could do a couple of back-to-back desks right here. We could alternatively get 3 people along that wall, which I think is going to be a better use of space. So that's what we're going to do there. And that'll be... That's immediately 5 people. 7 people. And then 9 people. That seems like a decent use of space. And then we can go 11 people there. It's going to be a little bit cramped in here, I think. But that's all right. That's just going to be the way of it. So 11 and then 13, 15. Okay, we're maybe not going to get... maybe we are. I think that... How many desks did I just put in there? That is 21. Oh, okay. That works out. Very cramped, I think it's fair to say, but I think that's just going to have to be the way this is. It's a game dev studio. It's going to be pretty busy, but I want to get these games out there. So I think this is going to be worth it. I'm also going to do a lot of room dividers just to try and make sure, you know, there's a good bit of privacy going on. I think it would be a little strange if everybody's just like staring at each other. So just absolutely cover the place in these room dividers. And I'm debating whether or not to do this as well. And I think I will. I think we'll do that just to give those guys a little bit of space as well. And that seems all right. I think we could do some fun stuff with this to get some, number one, good lighting in here is going to be relatively important. I think we can maybe do some lighting just down there as well. And we could technically do a bathroom in here. I don't really want to do that though. I don't think a bathroom is needed in this this particular space. Shelves, what can we do? We could do some shelves in this wall back here. Or not, we can't do them on the right side, so we'll do that with it. Can I do... I mean, those are not central. That's really annoying, actually. Okay. Maybe I don't want to do shelves then. Never mind. Let's just do like a bookcase and a bookcase, and that looks all right. I guess we can do a TV like right in the middle. That looks all right as well. Could do some wall lights either side of it. And then we could do, I don't know, some paintings just to make the room a little bit more interesting or something like that. We'll do a couple of paintings here as well. Do a painting there and there, and that seems okay. I think this will be all right. I would like to get something in that space back there. I'm not really sure what that something should be though. And also books and all that stuff need to go in too. But for the time being, let's just get these computers into the space as well. And I need to figure out a color scheme too for the game devs. I'm thinking maybe blue. I don't know if I've used blue in this building yet, so blue might work out. Let's take a little look. So we've used pink and we've used green. So yeah, blue seems like a pretty good shot. And it is already blue, so that's all right. But let's go ahead and grab all of the room dividers. Let's make them a nice sort of, kind of a nice strong-ish blue there. I also want to grab that color code because I want to do that to the chairs as well. So grab all of those. Primary, that. Secondary, that. Tertiary is going to be that. And then we can go to the tables. We're going to make them all completely white with very blue drawers. Then the computers, I'm thinking we're probably going to do maybe the same. Maybe we go for like custom computers. Go for like really, really blue and everything. I kind of like it, to be honest. I feel like the interior doesn't want to be that color. I feel like that's a bit much. But it could maybe be like a pale sort of blue with a little bit more light to it. Then the floor could maybe be a little closer to white as well. I kind of like that. I think that's okay. These shelving units as well can maybe just be completely white too. And again, that looks all right to me. I don't mind that. So let's go into live mode and let's get ourselves a, I guess this could just be an RTS team. I think that's what we'll go for. So RTS team, real-time strategy team. I think that works. So RTS team, let's say that they are limited to this room. Let's say that this room here is also for the RTS team and that it's going to be a canteen is what it's going to be. These bathrooms, going to be a similar story, going to be limited to RTS. And then this room here will maybe get a little bit of use from time to time by 1 or 2 employees, but eventually we'll assign it to someone and eventually it won't get used by them, which will be fantastic. Let me also turn off the ceiling lights. Actually, I kind of like this room. It's not super cozy, but I think it'll do the job. Now let's see. What do we need? We need, it says 6 designers, which is going to be 2D system audio network. Now system and network, so let's see here. Let's do a single audio designer, a single 2D designer, and then 2 system and 2 network. And that'll bring us up to our 6. So let me just push this off to the side of the screen so I can hopefully see that information. And let's go to hire employees and let's actually pause while we do this. So we're going to be looking designer. We're going to be looking for, we'll start with system. We'll go for medium salary and we'll begin looking. So compatibility is going to be good with the core team. I'm thinking it's going to be Penny Henry and we'll go for RTS team. And you are a system and network designer, which is very, very good. So you're going to be hired. And then we have Evelyn Ferguson, who can do system and networking as well. So that actually, that's very good. Our networking side is going to get designed really, really well here. In terms of their ability to do, you know, any coding, that's not so much a thing. But the compatibility is really good. So you two are going to be hired. And I think I'm going to try and set them to do, I think I'm going to set them, I think we do want HR management. Let me do a thing here really quick. Why do we want to do this? I don't know if we can do HR management actually, but we will do education. We don't have a leader yet either, but we'll get there. We'll do that. We'll do complaints. Role selection's fine. We'll not do any hiring. And then budget can be probably fine as well. So that'll work out. So we got our 2 designers. I do think we want to maybe limit them to design. I do think we want to do that. So that was our system, is what that was. Let's go ahead and look for 2 more employees. So designer, and we want to go for networking specifically here. So we'll begin looking, and you've got great compatibility. You can do networking system. You're very good, actually. So you are 100% hired. And then you can do networking and 2D, which is fine. So we'll get you in here as well. So that covers quite a few bases there in terms of staff for the RTS team. So we got our 2 system and 2 network. We need 1 audio and 1 2D is what we need. So let's go back in here. Designer, we want 2D. And we'll go for... You're pretty good. You've got a bit of 3D there as well. You've got some art, so that's pretty good. I'm actually thinking I might not assign dedicated roles here, because some of these people are quite skilled in a lot of different things. Actually, no, I know exactly what we can do. We'll do it in just a second. So you are hired for your 2D ability. And is there anyone in here who has good 2D and audio by any chance? Because I'll hire you right off the bat. But it's not looking like it. That's okay. So we'll go back. We'll go to hire employees, designer, and audio. And we'll just go ahead and have a look. You can do system and audio. That seems pretty good. That actually seems like a better shot there, to be totally honest. So let's get Diego Kim. And essentially what we're going to say to all of these guys is go to roles. We're going to say you are a designer primarily. And then if you have the time, you can do everything else as secondary. And that seems like a pretty good way to do things. And that gives us the 6 designers that we want. Now, we do have 21 desks, so we're going to have 4 of them. We're going to have, is it 4 of them? Yeah, we're going to have 3 of them spare. One of those can go to a leader, and I'm tempted to say that we might want an additional artist or 2. But let's start the programming side. We are going to need 10 programmers. So what I'm thinking we do, 3 system, we go for 3 network, 2 for 2D, and 2 for audio. Or maybe 3, 3, 3, and 1 for audio. I'm thinking 3, 3, 2, and 2 is the way to go there. So let's get these people all hired. This is going to be a tedious process, so I'll cut it out of the video, and we'll be back when we get them all hired. Alrighty, so it's the beginning of December 2008. The RTS team is set to work on Tank Base Ultra 9. They should all be coming in. There they are, which is fantastic news. I realize I haven't educated anybody yet, which is a bit of a pain, but that's all right. The design process is coming along quite nicely. They have got a team leader in there, so there is going to be the room for some automation. Secondary task. What is this? Employees will only work on secondary tasks if no primary tasks are available. Interesting. That's... I don't really want... Yeah, no, I'm not really interested in that. Looking at tasks, they're doing that, I guess. That's fair enough. I mean, we could do... I guess we could do support as, like, secondary. Or, like, research or review or whatever. I think we'll do, like... We'll do support as secondary if they have nothing else to do. Let's see here. They do have HR. So, having a look here, they do have a dedicated team leader who is not going to be doing any hiring. But education is a thing, and handling wages seems to be a thing as well. So, it seems like we're doing all right there, which is nice. It's definitely nice that they're going to be able to hopefully get Tank Base Ultra 9 into a really good spot. The other good news is Paint XL still selling pretty well, and it has made a profit. So, we've got that going for us. Definitely looking forward to seeing Paint XL do wonderful things. I'm also thinking we might need another parking lot that's maybe a bit closer to everything, because these guys have some considerable distance to cover to get to their cars and then leave. So, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, the good news is these guys are They're good at what they do, is the thing. And none of them are necessarily assigned to hosting for the Opti. Sure. We can accept that, I guess. Oh, we lost money last month. Sales dropped off quite a bit last month, actually. Wow. We are spending over $1 million on internet right now. That's kind of ridiculous. Let's have a look at distribution. Interesting. That's interesting. That's actually, yeah. It's interesting to me that even though our market share has dropped off, we are still spending incredible amounts of money on distribution. I'm not sure how to feel about that, I'm going to be honest. Really, really not sure how to feel about that. The good news is Tank Base Ultra 9 is almost through its first iteration. Wave Studio is almost through its third iteration. Zip is almost through its third iteration. So we're getting there. I mean, things are happening. I'm hoping that Tank Base Ultra 9 can maybe release in, I want to hazard a guess and say 2010. I would imagine, wait, you know what? Actually, Zip, Wave Studio, and Tank Base Ultra 9 might all be worth releasing in 2010. That might be something we can do, is what I'm thinking. I'm also thinking, let me see here, print job. We can totally do that, so let's do that. I'm thinking I'm going to buy this parking lot back, just because it's a bit closer. So we'll buy that. That'll hopefully cheer people up a little bit. And let me think here. I think we could do all of them for 2010. I think there's a solid chance we can do that. Let me take that job as well. I do love me a good printing job. It's easy money, is what it is. All right, so Zip is about to begin iteration 4. I'm debating whether or not I want to keep it in iteration 4. I think we're just going to develop it, is what we can do. And then once Wave Studio moves into its next iteration as well, we'll do the same thing there. Another print job, 4.8 million by November. Sure. We can probably do that. Bring this down a little bit. Bring this down a little bit. Bring you down a little bit. Bring you down a little bit. There we go. That should be doable, I would imagine. Yeah, I do think we need to go in and we need to manage staff, though. I think hiring some more cleaning. So 1, 2, 3, 4 might not be a bad idea. Get them in a little bit early. Maybe bring them in at like 7. Just to try and clean things a little bit before the employees start showing up. Maintenance and IT seems to be all right. So I'm not going to stress too much about that. And I'm just hoping, I guess, that I'm hoping that Zip ends up being really good. I'm really hoping that Zip ends up being really good. Wave Studio, I'm noticing, really struggling with that system design there. I'm wondering if we maybe need to get a few people trained in system design on that Wave team. So let's take a look at education, because it turns out there's a lot of people that want education. So sort by team. Let's start with core. And let's have a look at what the core team's working on. So the core team is actually working on X right now. We got a couple of people want some art. So they have got 2D. I'm thinking we're just going to educate in audio so that they can kind of do a bit of everything. You want programming, which right now I think networking might be a strong suit to go for. Although 2D you can't do at all, but we'll do networking because it's sort of falling behind a little bit. 2D as well, and this guy has networking, so we'll go for 2D there. You want programming and art, and you've maxed out 3D, so let's give you networking and audio. You've got another programming level, that's fair enough. Let's do networking here as well. Let's do networking here as well. And 2D art, I guess. And then for you, I'm going to say networking, and I'm going to say network design is what we'll do. Marketing has absolutely nothing available in terms of leveling up, I don't think. And going down, we have still got quite a few people with quite a bit of demand there for things. Now, this is all the service team. I'm not really too stressed about what they get, although we can get you more support, which is fantastic. So, chance to fix bugs. That's interesting. Okay, law, not going to worry about that. You want some programming? Sure. I mean, to be honest, they're the service team. They don't really need much in the way of programming. But we have occasionally put these guys on different jobs, so I guess it doesn't hurt. Ooh, a bit of project management. That's actually got me quite excited. Boost team compatibility. What is this, the Waved? Yeah, Wave team automation? Absolutely. Absolutely doing some automation for the Wave team. Let's see here, Zippy team. Lot of requests here. A lot of requests in the Zippy team. So they're working on Zip, which is system, 2D networking, and 2D art. So educate you, we'll do 2D art, and then we'll do system, since that's a big part of it. You want design and programming, so let's do 2D design and 2D programming, so there and there. You want art, which is going to be 2D. You want a bit of everything, which I'm going to just go for this. You want a bit of that, so that's fine. You want some art as well, so like that. It's nice that I can sort of get into almost specializing people now that they're in these different teams. You can get some system. You can get all of this, and then the leader of this team is going to get automation, because that means that we can both automate Wave and Zippy, which I think is kind of a huge deal, to be totally honest. I think that's a huge deal. Also, these print jobs here, I don't know if we're going to be able to do them, but I'm going to take them is what I'm going to do. Bring this one way down, and we'll take this one as well, because I'm a horrible human being, and bring it way down as well. So a lot of print jobs due for the end of the year. Not sure if we're going to accomplish any of them, but I'm willing to try. Is my thinking there. I'm willing to try, and I'm not really willing to fail, but we'll find out what happens is what we'll do. We'll see what kind of money we get for these print jobs, if anything at all, really. Printers are getting backed up. I imagine they are. I forgot we had printers in the basement and a bunch of servers. I mean, that's fair enough. Of course we do. Ooh, Tank Base Ultra 9's already in iteration 3. Not bad. Not bad at all. We got a bit more education, too, for the Zippy team. So, educate you, 2D art, 100%. It seems like OS support is the big thing that's holding back Zip right there. Oh, wow. Where did that all go? Where did that all go? We didn't really get good money from sales. We got some deal money. What was the big change last month in terms of expenses? Maintenance jumped up by 100,000. That was bills jumping up by 100,000, but that doesn't explain a 400,000 increase in in profit, or decrease in profit, I suppose. HR didn't do it. It kind of just looks like it was, oh, hold on, software. Sales dropped by a little bit. Licenses dropped by a little bit. Distribution dropped by a little bit. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. That's probably what did it. Everything just kind of dropped a little bit. We do have enough money, though, I think, to survive, and I don't think I want to take that. Let's see here. We got more education requests. Gonna be the service team. Actually, a couple of service perks, which is nice. And we actually have you wanting to be a designer. Let's go for system is what we'll do there. Get you a little bit of system design. You are primarily an artist, but that's okay. Let's see. So you're gonna do support, and you're gonna do support. And this is good. We're actually leveling up everybody at this point. So we're gonna start getting a better support team with chances to fix bugs, which I think is really cool. It's nice that we're actually gonna be able to start properly fixing bugs. I really probably should hire a better support team, but I mean, they're getting there, I guess. So I'm not gonna complain too much. And I think honestly, I'm gonna have a look. So Zip is like halfway done, right? It's August 2009. let's get some reviews of X from Slide Tap, and let's get some reviews of Zip from Slide Tap, and see what they think of it. And then Wave Studio is almost going into iteration 4. So once it gets there, which it just did, let's start developing it. And we're going to just sort of minimize all those really quick so we can have a look at this. So X at the minute is actually surprisingly a 7.1. We're going to iterate on it a little bit just to make sure it's as good as it can be. And then Zip is a 6.1. We're going to iterate on that as well, just to really make sure they're as good as they can be. I'm surprised that X is a 7.1. That honestly has me thinking that we could maybe push for a 2011 release on that. And I'm thinking we're going to actually market it as that. I think X is going to be... Well, when was the last one? It was the X9. So the X9 was 97. So let's announce a release date. It's August 2009. Let's announce a release date for August 2011. That gives us 2 years to finish X. And I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Let's announce it. August 2011. Zip, I reckon we could do in 2010. I reckon we could do Zip in December of 2010. But let's see. All software, or not all software, sorry. Upcoming releases. Antivirus, December 2009. Antivirus, May 2010. So December 2010 is kind of open. December 2011 has a console operating system. Actually has a lot of operating systems coming out right there. So December 2010 has one as well. I'm a little worried about that, but we'll figure it out. You've retired. You got $920. You've been with us for 15 years and got $920. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's get someone that's really good to go into to our core team, I guess. Oh, that's grim. That is a bit grim, isn't it? Let me see. You're pretty good, so we'll bring you in. That'll be fine. I feel awful. Imagine being with a company for that long and it's just like, oh yeah, that's great. Thanks. $920. Been with you for 15 years. Yeesh. That is a bit rough. Yeah, I'm thinking that's I'm thinking X will be okay. I think so. Looking at these upcoming releases, Antivirus there, May 2010. Anti-Crime Ender 27. That's quite the iteration there. That's wow. All right. Well, I think we could do December 2010 for Zip is what I think. And I think we're going to market it as that. I'm going to start taking some chances with this stuff, I think, because we need to try and get releases a little bit more regularly, and we're getting there. We're 100% getting there, and I think we can do this. I think what we can maybe do is go a little bit less crazy in terms of an employee's not having their social needs met. Okay, what do you, I mean, you're in marketing, you've got this room, right? Marketing anyone? Can we change that to marketing, not marketing, let me see. Limit usage to lounge. Right? You can go like chill, I guess. I don't know, they'll be fine. I'm just thinking that we can probably do May 2010. A lot of these from May 2010. Can I just take all of them? We'll see if that works out for us. Bring these like right down a little bit. There we go. We should be able to do that. Yeah, we should be fine on all those print jobs. Basically, I'm just thinking we need to take more risks. I think we need to get software out quicker. We need to get more software, obviously. We just need to... I don't know. I feel like a lot of other companies aren't doing outstanding software. If we look at all releases, quality outstanding. Look at this. All Nerdresoft, and then SlideTap, and then Nerdresoft, and then more Nerdresoft. Right? But what do you notice about it? Most of them Obviously, Wave Studio did very well for us, but I mean, Zippy was outstanding and it didn't sell. It didn't make a profit. So, as outstanding as it might be, we're not, you know, if we look at the highest profit on a piece of software, it's a computer operating system in 1970 that was great. Obviously, the sequel was outstanding, made a lot of money, but the highest, I mean, how far do you have to scroll to find an, other than this one, how far do you have to scroll for an outstanding? Quite a bit. Like, quite a bit. There's even like mediocre in there. You know, there's a good. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th most profitable thing ever was good. So I don't think we don't need outstanding to make a profit. We need marketing and we need to release it at the right time. And that's depressing. It's a little depressing to think of it that way. But it's true. It's just the way it is. It seems to be. You know, it's not really about the it's not necessarily about the quality of your product. It's about the time, it's about the marketing, it's just the way it is. Let me see here. Let me give you a bit of 2D programming, I think. You've got art, so you can have 2D art there on the Zippy team. But I really do. I think that's kind of the way we need to go with development. You know, we need to get it done in a timely manner. We need to get things released in a timely manner. Like Wave Studio is probably gonna oh, hold on, this is ready to develop as well. Wow, that has a lot of work needing done on it. But Wave Studio is probably gonna end up being a 2011 release as well. You know, which has me thinking, no, I failed to print the last, oh, I got fined. Yeesh. Okay, yeah, that's, okay. Yeah, they're not happy with me, that's fine. My reputation definitely took a hit. So people like me for audio tools. That's interesting. A bit more education wanted here for Zippy. Let's do 2D and 2D in terms of that, so there we go. Anybody else? There's one more person wanting edge. 2 more people. Okay. RTS team. Let's do 2D and 2D right there. So essentially, that's my plan, and that's my idea. Is that I think we need to. I think. Am I not supposed to be automatically handling education here for the RTS team? I feel like I should be. I feel like it's supposed to be automated. RTS team, HR management, hiring, education. Can we... So education level, I guess it's not necessarily gonna do it because they don't have roles. Can I do like 100? Like they can all just be educated at any one time? I don't know. We'll find out. I feel like it's not gonna educate them because it's not... we don't have like set roles or anything like that, but whatever. Oh wow, that's got decent bandwidth. Let's put that on the store and see what kind of money we get from that deal. Hopefully something. Anyway, I think I feel like I've made my point in terms of what I want to do. I want to, I don't know, I want to get more releases more quickly. I failed to print a lot of things there. That's interesting. Okay, we'll accept all and close. It's December 2009. Yeah, my reputation has taken a bit of a hit, hasn't it? Okay, well, we're not gonna go too crazy with these printing deals anymore. Anyway, I think I've made my point. We have a release scheduled for exactly a year from now. That's going to be Zip, and I think we've got the timing pretty much right on that. Let's outsource a bunch of reviews, or just a couple of reviews, for Zip and for X. So Zip is currently a 9.1, which is good. I think we have time to iterate on it just a little bit, so we'll do that and end. And then X is currently a 7.9. We'll iterate on that as well. We have a bit of time to do that. We've, you know, about 2 years. I think we're going to be all right. I think We release Zip in a year. We release X 8 months afterwards. I'm hoping that Wave Studio can be released in 2010. It's probably going to be in early 2011. Then Tank Base Ultra 9 is, I think, going to be hopefully a late 2010. If we could do November, December with Tank Base Ultra 9, that would be ideal. Because then that gives us almost a year to do Tank Base X. And even if it doesn't release alongside X, then that's fine. We could technically delay it. We haven't got anyone following it right now. And essentially, if we wanted to, we could delay X and then port things, or rather, we could make things for it and then release it with all of this software on it. But it's just going to depend on how things go. You know, I think we're in a weird spot still. We're not making money. We're not losing tremendous amounts of money. And if we look at all companies and sort by worth, I mean, where are we? We're here. We are the 4th most valuable company in terms of worth. We're constantly making... I don't know how we have that worth, actually. I don't know how that's calculated just thinking about it. But that's all right. Slide Taps down here. They have 200 million in the bank again. Where did they get that? So their sound studio, wow, they make ridiculous amounts of money. They have pivoted so much, because they were doing, what were they doing? What did they specialize in for a while? Now that's the styles thing. What did they specialize in? Because they were Audio Tool, 2D Editor, and 3D. I don't know what they specialized in. I'm glad I bought them though, because I can just go here and be like, well, I'm low on money, so let me take a healthy 50 million from them. Not gonna complain. Absolutely. I love that I can do that. I shouldn't do that, but I love that I can.